What's going on, everybody? I am leaving the gym now. Had a good workout. Did a workout on the machines today, just to kind of change it up a little bit. But I asked you over the weekend what topic you wanted me to cover in my next day of eating vlog, and an overwhelming number of you said that you wanted to hear about my approach to cheat days. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hey, what's going on? So I just finished getting ready and it's about time to step out. It's 10:30 right now and we're gonna start our day of eating together. We're doing a cheat day today, and I wanna start off by saying, hey, listen, I am not a fitness and nutrition expert. Don't look at everything I do and take it as gospel. Understand, I'm just a regular guy trying to figure this out as well. I want this to be a fun video. The foods that I'm gonna be eating today, they are not healthy, but the thing that I want to get across, share some of my experience with, is with intermittent fasting over the last 2 years, I've been able to leave behind some of that guilt that is associated with eating foods that aren't the healthiest. Hey, listen, you know that I want to be eating healthy and I'm moving in that direction. But one of the things that I have stumbled on in the past is this idea of when I eat a food that isn't healthy, that I have ruined all of my progress up to that point. And I want to let you know that that's not the case. And I'm going to talk to you about that in today's video, show you everything I eat. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to break our 16-hour fast and we're going to go get wings first. I just wanted to share a little story with you before I go in, and it goes back about 11 years ago. I was on my first deployment to Afghanistan, and it was a rough deployment for sure, and I got back from that, and I had put on a lot of weight coming back off a deployment. So I decided to do P90X. Over the course of 90 days, I lost 36 pounds. I went from like 216 down to 180. And for 90 days, I didn't have a single cheat meal. And at the end of that time, I had a six-pack. I looked good, but it didn't last for long. And here's what happened. I was down in Melbourne on leave visiting my family, and I ran a half a marathon with my sister. And after the half marathon, later in the day, we went to a place called Long Doggers, and I got some wings. I had restricted my food for so long and became so obsessed with food that when I had those wings, I snapped, went on like a 5 to 6 month binge, just ate everything that I want. And I actually put on all the weight plus more. I got up to like 240 pounds. Since that time, and since starting intermittent fasting, I have learned to have a better relationship with food, and that's what I want to share with you today. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to enjoy these wings, and here in a little bit, when we go to Whataburger, I'm going to tell you what it was in me that flipped the switch to be able to have foods that I enjoy, but not lose my progress and not feel that guilt. So let's go in, let's have some wings, let's enjoy them, and continue on with our day. So I'm at Dick's Wings, and I actually lucked out. They have 99-cent wings today. So I went ahead and ordered 10 wings, and I paid the extra $1 to get drums only because I am a drums fan. I think it's easier to eat that way with one hand. But I got 10 wings, and I got them in the Cajun Ranch is the flavor that they are. This is probably their most popular flavor. I know it's my favorite. It's like got buffalo sauce, some Cajun spices, some ranch, but these things are so good. This is how I'm breaking my 16-hour fast. There's something about hot wings that are just so good. It's full of protein, right? These Cajun Ranch wings are incredible. Really good. So I ended up just going with the wings, not the French fries, because where we're going next, I plan on getting the French fries, and they are hands down my favorite French fries of any fast food place anywhere. It's a Whataburger. So I didn't get the French fries here. We're gonna have those here in a little bit, but wings, great way to start my cheat day. So if wings is where it all went wrong for me a decade ago, Whataburger is where it went right. So I was 3 weeks into my intermittent fasting journey. This is about 2 years ago, and I was driving by a Whataburger, and I was like, you know, I really want some of that. But because I had had the bad experience with binging before, I didn't want a trip to Whataburger to send me off the rails. So what I did was I sat in the parking lot before I ordered, and I told myself, hey, listen, you're gonna get this Whataburger, you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be all that it is, a meal that you enjoy. It's not necessarily the healthiest, but you're going to have it. You're going to continue to fast, and then you're just going to kind of move on. You're not going to let the guilt get you down, because one of the things that I have learned is the guilt from eating foods that are not necessarily the healthiest does far more damage than the calories itself. So what I have done to make that a reality is I don't have any foods that are off limits. I don't restrict any certain macronutrients. I don't say that there is any kind of food that I can't have. Now, I don't eat like this all the time, but just by telling myself that I'm allowed to have it when I want it, it does a lot more for me mentally so that I can eat something like this and stay on track. One of the things that I have done to be successful is I don't restrict any kinds of foods. I fit it into my fasting schedule. You know, I may adjust my fasting times. I have high days and low days, but I don't say that there are any foods that are off limits. So I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna get this meal now. I'm going to enjoy it and let you know how it goes. Without a doubt, these are my favorite fast food French fries. These are the best fries, and with the spicy ketchup, just takes it to another level. I don't think I've ever gone to Whataburger and got anything less than a supersize or their large fry. I just don't think it'd be enough. These things are hands down my favorite fast food French fry. And the spicy ketchup is so good. Love the spicy ketchup. I think they sell it in the stores now. French fries are definitely a cheat day food. I don't know if you go back and watch any of my what I eat in a day videos or what I eat in a week, you'll see I don't have French fries a lot. Generally, if I go out to a hamburger place, sometimes I'll order 2 hamburgers instead of getting the French fries, just because I have found that, you know, French fries are a food that they're high in carbs and fat, and they don't fill me up, or actually worse yet, not when I eat the French fries, I continue to want more and more and more. So I just avoid French fries regularly. But again, I try not to demonize any specific food, but this is definitely a cheat day food right here. So this is my go-to order right here. It's number 2, it's a double Whataburger with cheese, and I have them add sliced jalapenos. That's one of the reasons that I love Whataburger, is they'll put sliced jalapenos on the cheeseburgers. And if you've never been to a Whataburger, man, I'm sorry for you. I love Whataburger. These things are massive. This is a massive burger, but this is my go-to double Whataburger with cheese with jalapeno. I think it's so good. And I love on their burgers, they do, you can see that. On their burgers, they don't do ketchup or mayo or anything. They just do mustard. So mustard is the condiment on it. It makes it's got that tang to it. And I definitely feel like the double Whataburger is the way to go, because you get the right mix of meat to veggies. And honestly, again, if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm not the biggest vegetable fan, but man, the lettuce and the tomato and the onions on this are so fresh, and I think it just goes so well with the hamburger. But man, this is a good burger right here. I can't remember the last time I had one, but this thing is so good. That burger was delicious. I feel very full, very satisfied right now. So it's time to go home now. Take a little nap, get a little work done, and I'll join you back here in just a little bit and show you the last thing that I'm gonna have for the day. Small change of plans. I didn't go home. That's because I know myself well enough to know that if I go home, I'm probably not gonna wanna leave, and I don't want this cheat day to be over yet. So I have something that I want to finish the day off with now. I'm gonna stop in here, pick it up, and then I'm gonna bring it to the house so I can enjoy it there. But stopped here at the mall, and I'm gonna go in, pick something up, and it's gonna be really good. So I'm gonna finish my cheat day off. I got a piece of this Adam's peanut butter cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. This is my favorite cheesecake from there. I've had a lot of their different ones, but this is the one that I'm going to over and over again. It's cheesecake. There's Butterfinger pieces on it. It's got an Oreo crust. This thing is so good. You just have to take a breath after eating something that good. And I gotta wash it down with a big old glass of milk. But this is the last thing that I'm gonna have today. Now, stick around in just a little bit. I'm gonna give you my 2 tips, things that you can execute on after your next cheat day to keep you on track. But I'm gonna enjoy this now and we'll check back here in a little bit. All right, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed kind of following me through a cheat day, and just a few things to think about as we're wrapping up here. And that is, first and foremost, I want you to understand that food has no morality attached to it. There's no such thing as a good food and a bad food. Now, there's foods that we can have all the time and foods that we should only have sometimes, but food is not good or bad, and I don't want you to feel the guilt when you have a food that is a sometimes food. Sometimes you can enjoy those foods. But here's the 2 tips that I've got for you. The first one is, the best thing to do after a cheat day is to not punish yourself for going off plan or having a sometimes food. So just jump right back into your regular schedule. The other thing that I don't want you to do is, I do not want you to step on the scale for at least 2 weeks after you have a high calorie day. And here's the reason why. The number on the scale is going to go up. Now, not all of that weight is going to be fat. There is water retention and all that plays into it. But here, the thing that we need to understand is, we need to figure out how we can be encouraged to continue on the path and moving in the right direction. Hey, it's progress over perfection. But what I don't want you to do is step on the scale after a high calorie day or 2, see the number go up and get discouraged. Because right now, you don't need to be discouraged. You get enough of that from the world telling you that you need to eat healthy all the time, and that if you step out of bounds, you have defeated all of your progress up to that point. That's not the case. But I don't want you to step on the scale and have any possibility to get discouraged. Just take it for what it was. It was a day. You had food that you enjoyed. I want you to remember enjoying the food, and I don't want you to have guilt over it. So again, hey, listen, I said at the start of this video, I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular guy trying to figure this out. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like this video and share it wherever you think it may help somebody. But I've enjoyed sharing the day with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little nap now, and then get on with the rest of my day. But hey, I really appreciated sharing the day with you. This has been fun for me. If you want to see more of these, let me know. Thanks again, and if you want to see more, I'll leave a video on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next video.